Hey guys, it's Miss Owens, and I'm so excited that I finally get to meet you guys via video. I am one of the third grade teachers, and I cannot wait to get to know each and every one of you so much more. And um, this school year, we're going to get to know all the teachers and each other and all the students on so many different levels, and I cannot wait. Today, I am going to start teaching the personal narrative unit. And I know that word is a really big word, but let me just remind you something a little bit. So, in kindergarten and first and second grade, we have always learned about personal narratives. We just didn't really put that big fancy word with it. We've always written stories about ourselves. Am I right? Or am I left? Oh, you're going to read the BFG, so you're going to know that I am definitely right. He always says, am I right or am I left? And that's why I say that. Sorry. So, when we are writing personal narratives, it is a story that's only about yourself. It's something that you can relate to, and it's something that you can tell us all about. So, for example, when I took a vacation when I was a kid with my family, I could write about that. Or when there was a thunderstorm outside, what did me and my family do during the thunderstorm? Maybe we made a fort. I used to love doing that as a kid. Or maybe about a soccer game that you played and you had your best game ever and you scored all the goals and you blocked all the shots and you were such an all-star. That would be a good story for a personal narrative. So we're going to write, and we'll begin writing personal narratives for our first unit of writing in third grade. So let me share my screen with you so you can see my visuals. I'm going to tell you a story about me, okay? So let's share, go to my screen. Perfect. So, a personal narrative is a story with events told in order. So, it's when you tell things in order, like the beginning, the middle, and the end. And it's only about you. It's personal. It's not about what your mom did. It's not about what your cousins did. It's about you because we want to learn about you guys. And it's a story from your life. So that is the most important part about this because we want to know all about you guys and something that's meaningful and important to you. Like I mentioned before, a personal narrative also has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So one, two, three important parts. And here's my story that I'm going to share with you guys so you can kind of get an idea what a personal narrative really is. So if you see the B right here, I'm pointing to it. That is me when I was going to the pet store. And this is a story about when I was a little girl. We went to the pet store to adopt a doggie. And so the first thing we did was we went to the pet store and we went knowing we were going to adopt a dog. And then the middle is the M. That's the second thing. We looked around and we finally found a doggy. See him? He's in his little crate right there. We finally found the perfect dog just for us. It was perfect. And then the end of my story is there's me and my dog, and we finally made it home. And so once we found our dog, we took our dog home. Now, that's a cool story and all. Am I right or am I left? But it would be a really boring story if I said, I went to a pet store, I found a dog, and then I went home. So boring. So then the last thing you have to do with a personal narrative is you have to zoom in on all the small details and you have to stretch them out to give the good, juicy parts. So let me tell my story with the stretched out details. Okay. First, I went to the pet store to look for a puppy to adopt. Second, once I got to the pet store, I'm going to zoom in on this dog. I was looking and I was looking for a dog, and I finally found one that I liked. Ooh, he was beautiful. He had blonde and white hair or fur, and his hair was so perfect. It was silky and smooth. I'm using my senses right now. I'm telling you how it felt and what he looked like. And he smelled so good. Oh my goodness, he smelled amazing. He had just gotten a bath, and so they had put lavender spray on him, so he smelled nice and fresh. And I could even hear my dog. He was whining. He wanted to get out of his crate and he wanted to come home with me. And so that's something I would share in my personal narrative, just so that you could feel exactly how I was feeling and seeing and thinking. Then the next thing I need to add for sure is the internal feeling. So, what was I feeling on the inside? Well, I could say, well, if he was beautiful and he was sweet and he was kind and he was loving, I definitely felt happy on the inside. And I was excited. And I was a little nervous on the inside too, because a dog is a big responsibility. I didn't let my parents down. I wanted them to know I was responsible enough to take care of me. So I want to add all those details in my story so people know exactly how I felt when I was adopting my dog. Now, I want you guys to think of something that was really important to you, like a trip that you did, a fun activity you did, um, a game, a soccer game, maybe a dance recital. It could be a special day with your grandparents. It could be anything. And think about how that made you feel on the inside. And once you think of that perfect day, you're going to get to share it with us, because we're going to start writing about some of our very important moments in our lives. And that's how we're going to make our personal narratives. So I hope you guys are just as excited as I am, because writing is an awesome way to express ourselves and it's really fun. And then we get to add really cool illustrations that match it. And I can't wait to see what you guys are writing about. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.